Hey, what's up, guys? So I know it's not really Super Duty related, but I just want to make this video on my channel just to help the Jeep guys out, because there's really, I'm just surprised how much not good Jeep info there is out there, you know. So with my Jeep being a Rubicon, it's a 2012, not under warranty. Everyone, you know, I asked on the Jeep clubs because I'm having a hard time with my front locker unlocking. It just sits there and blinks and blinks. So right now I have it on just so it light up, but it just sits there and my front one just blinks and blinks. You know, I'll put it in reverse. I'll do figure eights. I'll go forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, you know, four high, four low, you know, or too high, you know, whatever, you know, I'll fucking drop the clutch, you know, drop it backward, you know, whatever, left, right, left, right, left, right. You know, I've probably put 100 miles on this Jeep with the locker locked still. So I finally went to Home Depot and I thought of a way what I could do. Some people say you can get a flathead into the fill plug and get it and pop it. Now I think that might be the case on the rear, but definitely not happening in the front. Definitely there's not enough room to bend to get it in there. Not happening. And so I've used my front locker once or twice before, and every single time I've never been able to have it automatically unlock. So every time I've had to take my diff cover off and basically do a diff fluid change and then pop it loose and then like never using the front again. But then, I don't know about you, I actually wheel the shit out of my Jeep. So sometimes I need a front locker. So it happens. So this is a mod that I did. I don't know, I'm gonna call it the Frankenstein lock mod. Unlock mod. How about, no, Frankenstein unlock mod. Whatever, I don't know, that's what I'm gonna call it. I've never seen anyone do it. I thought it was a super good idea. I'm surprised no one else has thought of it. You know, just because if I can get off the trail and just pop this cap off, stick my own flathead in there and pop it loose and put the cap back on, hop back in and fucking drive home, I'll do that all day instead of having to fucking drive this thing like a maniac because it won't steer back to my house to rip the front diff off, you know, get more fluid and then reseal it and then put it back on. All that work when I could just take off this little cap, pop it, put the cap back on, and head home. Like, that sounds like way better. So I want to show you what the problem is. So I already got my front diff cover off. So here's the issue. So this is locked. There's a gap here. It's locked. You need this little ring to go to the driver's side. You need it to go. See right there how the magnet's pushing it back? So that's unlocked. And that's what you need to do. But for where the fill plug is at, the best I could get my screwdriver in was like right here. This is the best I could get it. I could barely touch it. That's all I could really do is touch it, let alone actually pry it to get over here like that. That was not happening with the fill plug. That guy, that was definitely not happening, because look how far over it is. So this white line I drew is where the ring's at. So imagine trying to get this like that to pry it like that. Yeah, that's not happening. So that is completely, yeah, that's not happening. So we'll go ahead and disengage my locker. And now that I've been engaging and disengaging it, it's starting to move a lot. So I'm gonna try to, you know, lock it and unlock it, like, you know, maybe once a day after work. If I'm just messing around, just lock it, you know, mess around in the yard, pull my cap off and unlock it, you know, if it gets stuck. Because I think this is going to be a continuous problem for me, you know. I mean, I could replace it, I could do that. It's just, I'll show you what I did. So we'll go ahead and we'll unlock these. Yeah, I heard it. Let's see. You hear it up there? Hear it? So it is working right now. It's working. That's good. But you know, who knows what happens when I go through the trails. All right, let's turn these off. All right, so they're both off. Probably just turn the Jeep off. So now that it's done, you can see how the ring comes towards the magnet. That is unlocked. This is unlocked, which is good. And that means now I can drive on the street like a normal human. And then see, that's locker engaged, disengaged, you know, engaged, disengaged. So it's sliding really nice now. Like when I went to go pop it, the thing was like it was stuck in there when I came and popped it loose, but it's feeling really good now. I went and bought some really nice Lucas synthetic oil, so hopefully that'll be better than whatever I used last time. And then, you know, I'm just cleaning it with a shit ton of brake cleaner. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna put my cover back on. And I'm gonna show you what I did. Well, actually, I'll just show you right now before I put it on. So this white line is exactly in the middle where that ring's at. So this white line is really where I need that screw to be, to where I can get this flathead and pop it loose. And I did multiple holes, so if I need to work my way around the ring, I can easily do it. You know, maybe in case the steering's in the way or this is in the way, you know, I have multiple holes to choose from. So get this in there, and poof, get this in there, poof, and I bet that sucker will unlock. Because all I had to do for this was stick my screwdriver in there and then twist it, and it popped loose. So I went to Home Depot. They didn't have the M10 set screws I was looking for, so I bought these bolts and just cut them to length to work for now. But when the hardware store opens tomorrow, I'm gonna go get set screws, so then it'll match the fill plug, and then they won't be sticking out. That's why I called it the Frankenstein mod. So I'll probably put some silicone on these, but I'm really not too worried about them leaking, because that's why I left them all above the fill plug. So then when the Jeep's just sitting, there's no way oil could really get to it unless I'm driving down the road and it's flinging oil everywhere. But I don't really see it being a problem. If it's a problem, I'll just go buy an off-road diff cover. But for a nice temporary fix till I get new axles or 1-tonnage or whatever, that's what I'm gonna rock with. So I think it looks pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. So let me go ahead and slap this bad boy in there. I got it all cleaned up, you know, for the fresh silicone. Same with that side. So let me silicone her up and slap her in. You can see, look, a couple threads left. It's not sticking up any higher than the fill plug would too. So let me go ahead and slap her in there. Okay guys, so just another little tip, a little trick. This is what I use to seal my diffs back up. I just put a nice layer on the cover and a nice layer on the axle too. And then I go ahead and I put them on there, and I put all the bolts in. I just put them in snug. I don't crank them down super tight yet. I put them in snug, and I let the silicone dry for a couple hours. And then, you know, then I come back and I make them tight, and then I drop the oil in. So if you're gonna do it my way, make sure you got a couple hours to kill to let this cure correctly. So I do it this way. I've never had a diff leak, so that's the way I do it. Alright guys, so I got the diff cover back on. I just have all the bolts on snug enough to where like I can see a little bit of bead, a little bit of the silicone squeezing out a little bit. And then I'm gonna let it dry like this for a couple hours, then I'll come back and then I'll tighten everything and then I'll drop the oil in it. Another cool thing I want to say with these holes being here, it's kind of super hard to fill the diff cover with the bar right here, and like I'm trying to, like, you know, it, unless I get like a hose, and it's kind of stupid, but I don't have a hose, I forgot to get one. I can fill it from right here now, this new hole that I made. So I can just blah, 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 blah. So that's pretty cool. But alright, so I took out all the screws so you can see what I'm working with, and see, people said I can get it with the diff cover, or through this hole. It's like, I mean, you'd have to be shooting in, like, see, look, that's like all I could really get on there. If I can even see it losing it. And it's just really not a good way to get leverage, I think. But we'll go ahead, let's put the Jeep and lock it up so we can see if we can actually get some good leverage on this. So I do have it in 4 low already. Let's see. Alright, both the lockers going. What's up, Axel? So yeah, I can tell it's swapped over to the left instead of sitting on the magnet right there. But now look, like, you know I can get my screwdriver in there. And look at that. This sucker's gonna unlock all day long now. So now if I get stuck on the, you know, I'm leaving on the head of the trail, my locker's not having it. Instead of trying to like fight this, look, I can't even get my screwdriver over it barely to see, if anything, I'm pushing it locked. That's the only thing I can do. To get it unlocked, I mean, I'd have to be really lucky to get that. But right here, I know I can see in there, and I know look at that. I know I'm putting pressure on that plate. So we'll go ahead and we'll unlock it, which I'm pretty sure it'll work now because I cleaned it. Right, Axel? Man, actually, I'm super happy about these. So let's see. Oh, front ones. There we go. Yeah, I heard them click off. Yeah, so now the disc is to the right now. See? So I'm super happy with this because, you know, I can get it from any of these holes. And right now, you know, I just have my little screws. So if I want, this is what I'm just gonna keep these in here for right now, but I do want to go get set screws. So then they'll match the fill plug and then they won't be sticking out. That's why I was calling it the Frankenstein lock mod, because it looks like a Frankenstein. So I did drill and tap these. I'm using an M12. Sorry, these are kind of a pain in the butt. Just screw them in. But I mean, I think to get to this, I mean, this one would probably be a pain in the butt, but I have 3 other holes to choose from. 4 if you want to count, or 5 if you want to count the fill plug. Oh, wait, no, 4. Come on. God damn it. This one, the steering stabilizer is kind of in the way. Come on, girl. What the fuck? Oh, come on. There we go. I was just being retarded. So yeah, so all I gotta do is, you know, keep an Allen key, and then I can come in here if I want and just be like, oh man, my locker's not coming undone. Hey, no problem, you know, I'm not even try fighting it looking like a retard backing up all over the head. But I can just come in here, put that on there, and just pry. Boom, unlocked. Be like, all right, shit, let me put the plug back on. Let's roll out, boys. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look, boom, 2-second job, and we back on the road safely. That's what I'm talking about. So, can't stress that enough. That I think it's a pretty cool mod. I know a lot of you Jeeper guys ain't gonna like it, because I don't know what's up with you guys going to the dealership. You're like, oh man, take it to the dealership. You know, might be under warranty. Man, fuck the warranty. I fix this shit myself. Ain't no some 19-year-old mechanic that went to what is it, UTI or whatever. He ain't no better than me. You know, shit, this is better. Jeep should have done this. So I hope this helps someone. I hope, you know, if your locker's not unlocking, you know, I think this is the way to go. You know, now, you know, instead of fighting that front locker, I could just bust out this Allen key in 10 seconds, pop it, and we on the road. So, adios. I just wanted to add one more thing I'm going to do to this thing too for the lockers and these switches is I'm going to cut out this whole section and just bypass these switches and make my own. I know guys are saying get the S-Pod, get this $500 tuner, you know, get all this, you know, don't mess with the dash, you know, but hey, man, screw that. I'm gonna cut a fat ass fucking hole here. I'm gonna have a whole row of switches. It'll be sway bar, locker, front locker, whatever, air compressor, light bar, you know, panty dropper, all those switches just right there. You know, I'm just gonna do that just to bypass this so I could be in 2-wheel drive, hit my rear locker, and start drifting this thing. So that's just one more thing I wanted to add to the end of this video. But I hope this helps someone out, so I'll see you all later.